You are listening to the Fuerte Network.
Let's move on to the subject of the day.
Which is?
We're gonna get a little personal today. Okay.
As if I haven't already.
A little
Well, not
emotionally
today, but
personal. I have been noticing, as well as a lot of people have been noticing.
Who's a lot
This
of
is an
people?
intervention.
Who's a lot of people?
Me and
Jovan.
and you too.
Well, we've had these
we have
conversations.
this conversation about reaching a point in your life where you can identify toxicity and you can identify who is behind you, who supports you, and the patience has run out.
Yeah.
And you have become right now a person that is just has no patience for a certain type of person in your life. And I just kind of wanted to go over that because I want to know where your head is at. I want to know where this aha moment came for you. And I want to talk about how it's affecting you and your personality.
So, for me, it got to a point where I give so much to people. You know, I'm a giver, right? I've always been told I'm a giver. And I've given so much and gotten so little in return. You just finally hit a brick wall and you're like, fuck this. I'm tired of giving so much of me to people and not getting anything in return or not being met on the same wavelength, on the same. And you get tired of the lack of consideration. You get tired of the lack of respect. You get tired of the lack of reciprocation, loyalty. It's all that. So for me, there's people in my life. I have amazing people in my life who give me what I give. And it's not about,
the way it sounds. Because the way it sounds is like,
what's in it for me?
What's in it for me? But
and
that's not even about I don't think
that.
that's what it's
not even because I understand that and it's not and it's more of an emotional reciprocation and in psychological reciprocation. It ain't financial, it ain't material.
And it's about, I think, the effort too.
It's about the effort.
Like when you say what I put out to somebody, what I give, it doesn't mean like you're giving something to me, right? It's like if I am considerate, if I'm caring, if I do something that you feel is a nice gesture and that's never reciprocated, or the consideration of me is not considerate, but I am considerate to others, I definitely understand that mindset of like,
it's
what are you providing to me that I've already provided to you, but I'm not getting it.
Right. And it's also like, what are you providing for me now? Like it's like Janet Jackson said, what have you done for me lately? And it's not that I expect you to go out of your way to do shit, but motherfucker, if I need you, like, be there.
Yeah.
And I don't do it I don't do what I do expecting shit in return.
In the beginning, In the beginning, you never ask for things because you want to reciprocate, right?
You know what I'm saying?
But after maybe years or a long stretch of friendship where you're just not getting it back, even though you are trying to provide it all the time without thinking about ser fijado, right?
Yeah. And I think that it goes like we talk about love languages, right? And how you give and receive love. And I think it's not that those aren't things that are just in a relationship. Those in a romantic relationship. Those are things that go through friendships and relationships,
Family
too. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's one of those things where it's like, if I'm called on to do this, that, the other, and I'm like, and then you get mad because I've dropped something fell off the plate. I dropped the ball on something. I'm like, dude, like seriously, like why me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For me, I've just gotten to a point where it's like, if I can't be given the same consideration that I've given you, then I don't need you in my life. And I'm not necessarily saying that person is toxic, but
they just don't fit into your.
But their characteristics or their way of showing love, is toxic for me because it doesn't match with where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I've just finally decided to put a stop to this this hemorrhage of
Mhm.
of me, and no one's trying to help me out here. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I was on TikTok and I saw this video where this Tony Award winning actor, I forgot his name. His name's Andre something.
Mhm.
He was giving a speech and he was like giving his like top 3 like advice to somebody.
Yeah.
And his first one was like, surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when you walk in the room or when you see them or they see you.
Absolutely.
And that really resonated with me because I feel like that's what we're going through. What you're going through is I don't want to fuck with you if you're not fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, then girl. So I see it resonated with you too.
Absolutely.
And it just hit me hard because I was like, I want when somebody to see me that they are happy to see me, and I want to do the same for them, right? So that's what got me into today's topic is like, how do we get there? How do we decipher who are those people? Who are those people that will bring joy to your life and they're happy to see you because you provide joy for them, but they also provide joy for you?
Absolutely. And to me, it's just like it's like, we've had we've been in a situation for a few months now. And let's talk about that with two people who were our friends and who we haven't had that conversation with them. And then you brought that to my attention the other day, and a part of me was like, well, do we need to? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Because I brought it up because there's a running joke now that don't fuck with me because I'll cut you off. Because you're like, I'm on one.
I'm on, bitch. I'm
on one. Don't fuck with me. I'm going to cut you off.
Bitches off lately. You're hanging on by a very thin thread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's bitch. And but like, it's not to give you a big head or anything, but I enjoy seeing you. I enjoy spending time with you because I kiki with you, and like, and we can laugh shit. We've had some deep ass conversations, bitch. We've cried together. We've had some. You've been there for me during many pivotal or moments of that I've gone through, and hopefully I've done the same. And I'm not to say that those other two individuals haven't, because they have, and they were there and they served a purpose in that moment, and I'm forever grateful for those moments. But I think that when you look at a bigger picture, do our beliefs and do our
do we align?
Do we align
still?
Yeah. Do we align still? And I'm not saying that I'm better than people, because I'm not. Like, there's things that make you better than me, and there's things that make that you do better than I do, and vice versa. But I just, you have the ability to grow apart, and you outgrow some friendships, and you outgrow some relationships. And for me with them, I just feel like there was some situations that made me feel like, hey,
made you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Both of us, actually.
Yeah, that made me feel, hey, I don't matter here anymore.
Right.
And if that's the case, well, then I'm going to remove myself from the situation.
Right.
And that's what I did. I removed myself from that situation. And I know do I owe them in a conversation? I personally don't think I do. I think you said something the other day that, like, maybe because there hasn't been closure, that's why they're still angry. I'm not angry with them anymore. Like, by all means, like,
right.
Well,
the reason I brought it up is because of that running joke. It's like, it's a joke, but there's always truth in joking or in a joke, right?
And it's funny because I only say that to you.
The easiness that you have of like, and it has happened, of you cutting people off or like giving up on friendships is the concern that I was bringing up. Not because I'm saying, oh, we need to solve this. I just didn't want, or I was seeing you become not bitter, just very cold. And I hate it when somebody who is, kind and like loving and like normally would give somebody a chance doesn't give chances anymore, because to me that feels like a bit of humanity is like less.
But can it be that I'm just tired of giving chances?
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm having this conversation, because I want to know where the point is of like, this isn't because my personality is changing, because that's what I worry is like your personality is going to change.
It's more of like, It's more like it's that meme that says, if I start acting differently towards you, it's not that I'm changing. It's that I'm now finally starting to treat you the way I feel you've been treating me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that those two individuals have been nothing but mean. No, it's not even
individual
that.
one and individual two.
One and individual two. It's not that they've been mean or that they did something directly that sparked this. Well, they kind of did. But for me, it was just we didn't align anymore, and there was things that were starting to show themselves and make themselves evident that were showing me that we don't align anymore.
Right.
And those people who I love and who I cherish, I make an effort to show them like, yo, you're fucking up here. Like, I'll call you out.
Yeah.
Which is something that I never really used to do before. I'm like, oh no, girl, everything's okay, everything's fine. Girl, I understand. No, and it's like that's another part of me giving me and allowing people to walk over me. And I can't do that anymore. For my own mental health and emotional health, I can't do that.
And that's the thing now is like I not necessarily taught, but I feel in our culture, accommodating and not making things awkward sometimes surpasses what needs to be said.
Like my sister once said, you shut up to keep the peace.
Right. Or if somebody's fighting in the family, it has to go through someone else. Or we communicate through someone else.
Yeah, no.
And we can't just say it to each other. We can't just put the truth out there, right?
Right.
So I feel like maybe we made a mistake also by not expressing ourselves
maybe
all the time, or the way we really
absolutely.
actually felt.
Absolutely, because if I think that had we called out those certain situations, like for me, and I'll speak for me, had I called out those specific, like, don't get me wrong, with one of these individuals, I had an amazing relationship for the longest time, for many, many, many years. And if I would have called out those moments where I felt some kind of way about certain behaviors or certain situations,
We're calling them up all the time.
One. But like even then, like I mean, I think that things could have gone in a different direction, and I'll own that. I'll own that I was very non-confrontational for a long time, and I still kind of am, but now it's like I just take a different tack.
Yeah, that has definitely changed within you, like and it's good. My concern is just not becoming cold.
No. Because I'm still a romantic at heart, even though I fight it, I still want to be in a loving relationship, whether it be with friends, whether it be with romantically. I still want respect. I still want all those things, and I'm still willing to give them. Do you think
that comes with age?
Yeah.
Do
you think maturity?
That, like 25-year-old would have been able to see this?
No.
Yeah.
No. And it's for me, it's where I'm at in my life right now with the things that I'm assuming, and not assuming of others, but assuming for myself, like, new challenges or new opportunities that I've been taking on have kind of molded me into a different person to look at things very differently. So
I think we've come to an age where we're accepting that things will change. That friendship and that relationship that you thought was going to last forever, it might not. And it's okay. Like you can't force something to be forever if your paths just don't align anymore. Right. Sometimes they split off.
I wish them the very best. There was love for them at one point, and I still care. Like, I wish them the very best. I hope that every one of their goals comes true and all their dreams come true. And I wish, that they find people who are like them and who can give them what they want, and who are able to better align themselves and, relationship wise, with friendship wise, with who they are. And I wish you nothing but the best, y'all. And I know you're not listening to this, but that's fine. Know that there's no ill will. There's just, I'm over it. I'm done. And from this moment forward, and this goes for everybody, every relationship in my life, I no longer accept apologies. It's about change behavior. Period and point blank.
Girl.
And that segment was brought to you by No Fucks to Give. Found at Walmart.
No fuck it all.
Fuck it all in the pharmacies.
And it's over the counter.
It's over the counter.
Anybody can have it.
We're serving it.
We're serving it, Danny.
And it's available delivery.
Do you have fucks to give when it comes to friendships?
I felt a very similar thing that Memo was saying. There comes a point where it stops. It's not that, and for me, I saw this one. I saw this meme a while ago, and it resonated with me. That it said, "We don't talk anymore," or whatever. Like, I still want you to eat, just not at my table.
And that's exactly it. And that's a good one.
And
yes, queen.
Yes, TikTok.
and for me, like, man, that is so true. Because, like, yeah, I've never been a person, like, there have been many people who have wronged me, who have hurt me. Absolutely. And I've yet to bring myself to the point where I want to hurt somebody or I want them to come into pain or something. Like, no, I'm not that guy, but I also don't have to help you. I don't have to save you. I don't have to, that whole thing's that, like, I don't have to go out of my way for you, but I still want you to be cool, be happy. So
be happy.
I 100% like agree with like everything that you were saying.
Yeah. What advice would you give maybe younger kids or younger adults that keep friends because of image, or they keep friends because they've known each other since middle school or high school or whatever they met that person, but that person is not good for you?
Always put number one first. Always put yourself first. Because only you know what hurts you. Only you know what is good for you.
And only you can determine how you want to be treated.
Exactly. And you will, and like somebody, and again, cliches, right? We accept the love we think we deserve. And for so long, I just wanted to be loved, and I just wanted to be accepted, and for who I was. And so I thought that as long as so many people loved me, I didn't have to accept myself.
Or the amount of friends we had meant something.
I didn't have to accept myself. And, having been through what I've been through these last 2.5 years, from my breakup to now, I've had to reevaluate every bit of who I am. And, and I saw my ex, and I dreaded that moment that I would see him. Dreaded it. And this was the first time I saw him since the breakup, right? Since I moved out. And I dreaded it. I didn't know how I was going to react. And seeing him and being able to look at him and be like, oh, somebody that I used to know.
Somebody that I used to.
And you know what I mean? And there's no animosity. There's no hate. There's no anger. It felt good.
Yeah.
And I feel like I couldn't have done that without self-evaluating. So if I gave one piece of advice to my younger me, is baby, put you first. Period and point.
In everything too, not just like personal relationships, because we were having this conversation at work today. When I started at my job, it was a mix of new employees, older employees, more tenured employees, and then really young kids that are coming out of college, right? And I remember this one coworker who was so paranoid about like knowing everything and her goals in the company, and I want to become this and this and this and that, and I haven't slept because I was working on this project and learning this. And I'm like, at my point in my career, I was like, when I clock out, I clock out. I don't have notifications on my phone. This person would put the notification system we have on the phone. Nope. I'm not doing that. I know my worth. I know that my time at work is my time at work. And when I clock out, that belongs to my family and my friends and to me. And my worth at work stays at work. And I will not answer emails. I will not bend over backwards to impress my boss. I will do it by doing my job correctly. I will do it by being there when I'm supposed to be there.
Absolutely.
And providing my expertise and providing good work. But I will not give my time with family to a job that would probably just keep on going if I died or if I left.
Because they're going to replace you.
They're going to replace me.
The day that you stop coming in permanently, like the day whether you die or you quit, guess what? There's a posting going up the same day.
Exactly.
So they're going to post your position.
So that's the advice that I gave my other coworkers is like, don't. My worth is what I determined it to be.
And even coming like, you work for corporate America, and and it's very truth there, because the more you give, the more they're going to want. And coming from where I come from, like, or working where I'm working, like, I work for the family business, so it might be a little bit different, as some people would think, but it's not. I still carry a lot of weight of, things that I know that I need to get done. But
there's a lot of pressure on family businesses.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, it's you are running this. If it fails, there's no one else to blame.
There's no one else to blame but you.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like I have to, when I leave, I have to check out.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, and I have to and I'll get requests. Hey, can you do this? No.
Saying no is something that a lot of people just do not understand that they can do.
Yeah. And there's so much power in that. And you have no idea that a 2-letter word can retain so much power for you.
Yeah. So maybe that's my advice is learning to say no.
Where I learned that
What?
is the company where you and I used to work at right there. And it would be also, hey, can you clock out and come into my office? No.
I'm at work.
I mean, we can talk if you need to see me as,
if I'm on
my
the property.
boss, my supervisor. I'll definitely come into your office. We can have this meeting.
We're not clocking out.
But if I'm clocking out, I'm leaving the building. And none of this like, oh, can you come early? Can you come to my office before you clock in? No. We're not going to be doing that.
That's illegal.
And it took me so long. I worked there for like 3 years. And for the first 2 of them, that's exactly what I would do. I would be there early and do about half an hour to an hour of work. Then have my alarm. Oh, it's time to clock in. And then hit the floor. Like, and that's how it would go, because that's what I thought would be needed in order for me to do my job right.
For them to see your worth.
Yeah, and so after that last year when that click moment happened, it was a lot of pressure off of me. Like, it was the happiest year that I worked there.
Yeah.
And it was when admin completely turned on me.
Yeah, it's just that moment where you're like, I don't want to say like I don't give a fuck, but there comes that moment where you're like, I don't give a fuck, because these people probably won't give a fuck about me.
It's not an aha moment; it's a fuck it moment.
Yeah, it's that moment where people, because a lot of people leave companies not because of the environment. Well, yes, the environment.
They don't leave the companies; they leave the manager.
They leave the manager. They leave their system, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to have this conversation with you because I felt like we weren't going anywhere, and I thought I saw, or it could be true, some coldness coming to you,
and
but sometimes it's necessary.
There is, Danny, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, there is coldness to me right now because I'm still going through it. But I'm aware of it. I'm aware of where I'm being a dick. And I'm aware of okay, all right, bitch, you're kind of overdoing it here.
Really
relax
bad.
on this end, but stay this. You can stay where you're at. So
don't give up your convictions. It's just
not at all.
Don't be a cunt.
Right. Don't be a cunt about it. No, it's a matter of, for me, it's just a matter of
standing up for yourself.
Yeah,
and that's what it is, because you, like I said, you are a very kind person. You are a very loving person. You love fun. You love friendship, and you love love. I don't ever want that to change because of somebody else.
No. I've learned
keep those good parts.
to never give someone that much power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
I did that.
Yeah, you did.
I did that. And again, that I don't blame him. It was my fault. And I hate the fact that it's 2.5 years later and I'm still talking about him. But
it's not for him. It's for you.
But it's for me, and it's not that I'm not over him, because girl, bah. I'm still learning from from me. Because of him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
So, yeah.
All right.
What else
let's finish this show with a little game.
Fun.
I like to call, Do You Know Your Best Friend?
No, I have no idea who this bitch is.
I have no idea who this bitch is.
You sent me the link.
I sent you the link. We're going to answer a series of questions about supposedly knowing your best friend. And let's be honest, when you're answering, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. If I'm right, then answer
you're wrong.
I'm right. Okay. The first question is, what am I most afraid of?
What are you most afraid of?
I've told you what I'm afraid of.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. You stupid bitch.
You're afraid of losing your place in line at the buffet? I don't know.
Yeah. Excuse me, bitch. The funny thing is, you'd be right next to me at the buffet.
Okay, bitch, I'll be holding you spot. Like, bitch, we ain't going nowhere. Pero fuck. You did. I feel like you did.
I did.
And I don't know. I have a bad memory.
You're a stupid bitch.
What is it?
What I'm most afraid of is dying and not making a difference.
Okay, Beyonce.
And snakes.
Okay, Beyonce. I was here.
Okay. What you're most afraid of
Mm-hmm.
is large bodies of water.
But I conquered that fear.
But you're still going to get afraid if we go over a bridge.
Oh, that's fuck.
So I'm going to say that.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the biggest one, but that's a big one.
But that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Okay.
All right. What's...
I feel like I should be asking the questions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's send you the
Yeah,
link.
sure.
All right, so we are going with best friends, seeing if they actually know each other.
We don't. I just met this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Danny,
Uh-huh.
which fashion decision was Memo's biggest mistake?
Vest. Brown vest.
Brown vest.
Remember we made fun of you because you wore that ugly vest and you thought it was so cute. It was like paisley blue or black or something like that. Remember?
No.
Yeah, we roasted you for that fucking vest. It was hideous.
Okay, I don't remember. Oh, yes, because it was super thick. It was homemade. Yes. I know,
It was a homemade fucking rug.
All right, so you got it right. All right.
Yeah.
So what about Danny's?
his closet.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I have the same shirt, bitch.
What was the worst for him?
His biggest fashion mistake.
His biggest fashion mistake. Baby, I loves you, but you have these shorts that show too much ass.
All right.
And you know which ones I'm talking about. You have these
All
shorts.
right.
They show a lot of ass.
They show a lot of crack.
They
show a lot
they
of
show a
crack.
lot of crack. Crack kills, girl. And it was killing
All right.
me.
I'll take it.
All right.
That is correct.
So far, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start with Memo this time.
Okay.
Who would Danny invite for his fantasy dinner party?
Ooh.
Like with what celebrity?
Like any.
Let's go with celebrity. Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Let
celebrity.
me write it down though. Let me write it down and see if it's correct, so we can prove it. It would be.
I don't know.
Oh.
Rachel Ray.
The fuck?
Would I know this?
You better know this.
I don't know this.
Okay. I write it down.
Because mine's easy, right?
Of course.
Yours? You, I know it's not celebrity wise.
Celebrity.
Can I get a hint?
No.
Can we play 20 questions?
No.
Um,
You can give up.
hold on.
You can give it the points.
Let me get 5 seconds.
Plagiarism.
I was actually gonna look for that jingle to play on.
Clearly, you don't know.
Clearly, I don't know.
It would be Joe Manganiello. You know I love him.
Yes.
You're bad. You're just bad.
Wow.
Of course, it would be JLo.
Actually,
No, don't come with this bullshit. You know,
no.
if you had a
Well,
chance to meet her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Even though there's somebody who I would.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. Because with Christina's, I've, how do I put it?
Either way, I got it.
That bitch has gotten me through some shit,
Yeah,
through
shit.
some dark shit. Her music has truly got me through some dark
Mhm.
times in my life, and yeah, it'd be Christina. Like,
Christina, sponsor us.
All right. I'm gonna go with an easy one here.
that's
Okay.
it.
Danny, who was Memo's biggest crush when he was younger?
Biggest crush.
Celebrity or
otherwise?
Let's go celebrity, because who knows who this guy's
Okay.
met throughout his life.
Male celebrity crush.
Yeah. You want me to write it down?
Yes, write it down. Just so we can prove. All right.
Don't say it. Don't say
Male
it.
celebrity. When he was young.
Just a few years ago.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
It's either Mark Anthony or Pitbull.
You were close.
Is it Maluma? No, Ricky Martin.
Yeah, it's Ricky Martin. It's Ricky Martin. I thought you would have given that one was a given.
But you love Mark Anthony too.
I liked him back then.
And you
I love him now because I love his voice. And
as
Pitbull is
well.
just that's
what I'm saying.
Pitbull. Oh my god.
Next, before he creams over here.
Too late. I can't.
Right.
Flummax.
Did you get Danny's?
Danny's. Who was his first celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Oh.
Male? I don't know.
Who's my first crush?
This bitch don't even know.
I think I mentioned this. Okay.
American or Mexican?
I'm not telling you.
I'm a terrible friend, apparently.
Yes, you are.
When
When I was a kid, I had a crush on this
this guy?
male.
When you were a kid. So you were a child like in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Based on your...
And I've said it here before.
You've said it here before? Ay, Dios mío, mi vida.
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. That's everybody. I'm thinking real person, bitch.
No.
Aladdin was hot. Sorry.
All right,
Right.
what's next?
I'm terrible.
I thought this would be going better. But
Apparently, I'm shitty.
all right.
What's up?
No, I'm not gonna do that one. All right, another one that I'm assuming is easy. Memo. What does Danny's favorite order at a bar? What does he order
Favorite
at a
drink
bar?
order?
Yes.
Yeah, drink order.
Oh, okay. You're a big fan of Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, I've gotten you into the Malibu Red Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be either between a vodka Red Bull or... Fuck. You like the Washington Apple Shot. That's not your favorite, though. That's not your number one. So it's either between a vodka Red Bull or a... I'm trying to think. Almond sour, you don't order those as often as you do a vodka Red Bull. So it'd be a vodka Red Bull. That's like kind of your go-to. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh, you got it right?
Yeah, you got it
Oh,
right.
yeah.
But what color Red Bull?
The yellow one is our
Yellow.
favorite.
Oh wow.
Yellow's our
okay.
favorite. And Memo loves a Malibu pineapple or Malibu Red Bull.
Malibu, yeah. Anything with
Mm-hmm.
Malibu, I'm good with. Malibu's my shit.
All right, so we're alcoholics and we know it.
That we know.
We know that. We know.
So that shows where we usually hang out the most at bars.
The level of depth of our friendship.
Of friendship. Super
Right. Well, let's keep it around the same kind of genre here.
Okay.
A little bit different, but we're gonna stick in the food category. What is Danny's pizza toppings?
Ooh.
You're like a meat person. Well, no.
There's 3 that I always get.
3 meats?
3
Or
toppings.
3 toppings? Oh my god. I hate this game. You're not a pineapple person. You are a sausage, bacon, and I personally, you would probably love like a prosciutto pizza more because you're more into that. With mozzarella, like fresh mozzarella, that'd be more your thing. And I'm probably wrong as fuck, huh?
You are right.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Because
Yeah.
I'm like, am I thinking like Domino's kind of pizza, or when we
No.
actually go for
When
like
we-
good pizza?
good
places?
pizza.
He's more into like the prosciutto, like
prosciutto,
some fresh, maybe some fresh spinach,
mozzarella,
but not really.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella's a big one.
yeah.
Because we're big on cheese.
Yes.
And fresh
We
mozzarella
love-
is the best.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. This is easy. Memo loves a Supreme.
I do actually. I love everything.
He
I
loves
love
everything.
Supreme. That's my favorite.
The one thing I can never ever do is olives.
Oh,
Oh, I
love
hate
olives.
black
Can't do it.
olives.
I love. I fight
Ugh.
with black olives. When we were a
Alright.
kid, I used to open up can
jar?
and just eat it straight out of the can.
Oh my
No,
god.
Black olives.
there's something wrong with you besides the gay thing.
Bitch.
All right, so
Homophobia.
The homophobia is real with you and Jovan.
last question that I got right here. So,
Okay.
Memo,
What's up?
if Danny were to die, what is the one thing of his possession that you would want to take?
Wait, but that's a question that I would have to know.
What is it? So, so are you asking me what was the one thing of my possession that he would take from me?
Yes, that's what.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Other way.
What
around.
do you know that I want from you?
My life.
You don't know? Give up?
Yeah.
Your truck.
That's what I was gonna.
Really?
I was gonna say
Duh.
that. I was just thinking.
And I swear to God, I was thinking my truck, but no, like he's not a truck person.
I like trucks.
Do you?
Yes.
Because y'all like have some small ass cars.
Because we have a small garage.
That's fair.
And they're expensive.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. Okay.
Let me think.
What would he want of mine? I'm thinking how you would think and what's the most valuable thing that I have. And that would be the house. What did you write? Cologne?
I am a huge cologne
Really?
person. Yeah. And you have some really good colognes.
Wow. I just thought you wanted more money.
Huh?
I would think you had one more money.
I'm not that much. Yeah.
Yes,
I like
you are, bitch.
I'm
not that materialistic. Is that what you're gonna say?
I am materialistic, but for me, it's like when it comes to like, but to me, like when it comes to something like that, I would want something more memorable.
Would you throw yourself on my coffin and make a scene?
If you want to, yeah.
I think I want you to.
Well, I got you.
If I die for you. If I die
I got
first.
you.
What would you like me to do?
Same.
Just over the top,
He was my best
start convulsing,
Absolutely.
crying,
Pull a knife out and pretend like you're almost gonna kill yourself because
Okay.
you can't live without me.
putting a little bottle of like something.
Absolutely.
Just I can just see I can imagine you from heaven just like fucking laughing on the cloud.
And drop like a little and for old time's sake.
He said
sake.
heaven.
Oh, are you saying he's not gonna go there? Ooh, the straight
When she falls
When
down
she-
the stairs. And drop a little bump in the casket for old time's sake.
Oh, you want me to drop a little baggie?
A little baggy.
Okay. I will honor you with a little baggie.
A little baggy. For old time's sake. My 20s.
I'm gonna do what that scene from White Chicks when she's like, "Give me a little powder," and then she goes. Poof. That's what I'm gonna do with you.
She's going all white like right here.
Clean it up, Kokor.
I'm not a cool
Anyways, that was a good episode.
You know what I think is funny?
What?
Is that we're on our way here and we're like, so what are we going to talk
So
about
what are we
today?
gonna talk about? Well, this has been filled
And
with.
this has been filled. It's been a good show. I think we had some deep moments.
You
We had
cried,
some-
bitch.
Yeah.
You
Have I
cried.
cried on here before? Yeah. I have.
Yes, you have. I'm gonna go when this is released. I'm gonna make it a GIF. So look out for that.
Which part?
The crying part, bitch.
Okay. Stupid bitch.
I'm gonna remind you every day. So yeah, that's the
That was a
show
good
for
show.
today.
Good job.
Thank
today.
you for joining us.
Where we talk about
Season
nothing.
2, episode 2. Talk about nothing.
What were we going to call it? What did we say we were going to call it?
Said something about cutting people.
No.
Fuck a
Chopping
tall
block.
or chopping block.
Getting the chop.
No, getting the chop.
The chop. There it is.
All right. So join us next week when we talk about some low.
We'll figure out on the way here.
We'll figure out on the way here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Follow us on socials.
Socials.
Instagram at Hey Betch the Pod. Facebook under Hey Betch the Podcast.
I forgot my Instagram.
Yours is DangAZ86.
Dang, it's 86.
And mine is Insta_Memo
Memo
Mem.
mem.
Follow us.
Bye. Tell your friends about us. Hey Bitch is part of the Fuerte Arts Network. The thoughts and opinions on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Fuerte Arts movement.